Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome to In Harmony with Vitality, where we empower your journey, embracing your vitality to unleash the potential within.
Hello, I'm Eva.
And I'm Marta.
And together we are your hosts, certified integrative nutritional health coaches and moms on a mission. We are here to guide you through the maze of health and wellness, steering clear of fat diets and one-size-fits-all solutions.
We believe in a personalized approach, turning into your bio-individual needs, embracing and honoring your uniqueness, and making decisions based in your inner wisdom.
This podcast is not just about facts and figures. We are here to bring you light, interesting and entertaining conversations, all backed up by science. Expect a blend of knowledge and laughter as we explore the world of well-being.
And speaking of exploration, we're not just your host. We're fellow explorers on this journey. Throughout the episodes, we'll be sharing our own experiences in health, wellness, parenting, and life.
Our hope is to inspire and motivate you to make positive changes in your life. Whether you're a seasoned wellness enthusiast or just starting your journey, we got something for everyone.
So get ready for a dose of vitality, wisdom, and a touch of humor on In Harmony with Vitality. Join us as we navigate the exciting adventure towards a healthier, happier, and more vibrant you.
Because life is a symphony, and together let's find our harmony. Empower your journey, embrace your vitality, and unleash the potential within. Hello and welcome to In Harmony with Vitality, the podcast where we explore the different dimensions of health and well-being. I'm your host Eva, and today I have a very special episode for you. In this episode, I will be joined by my wonderful co-host Marta as we delve into the profound journey of motherhood. Hello Marta, how are you?
Hello Eva, very good, thank you.
Being a mom is one of the most rewarding and challenging experiences in life, and it can also be a great teacher. Together, we will share our experiences, insights, and all the invaluable lessons we have learned through the beautiful chaos of raising children. From embracing imperfection to setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care, the wisdom gained from motherhood extends far beyond the realm of parenthood. So whether you are a mom-to-be, or simply navigating the complexity of everyday life, join us on this enriching conversation. Welcome to In Harmony with Vitality. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
So, Marta, what do you think if you start sharing a little bit about your own motherhood journey? Tell us a little bit about your kids, how old they are, and just share a little bit about how it happened for you.
Okay. Okay, I have two children, a boy and a girl. The boy is 12 years old and the girl is 10 years old. And it has been very challenging, the motherhood, because at the moment also I am, but when I get birth of these beautiful children, I was self-employed. And I had to go back to work very soon, you know. It took me 15 days at home, and after 15 days I had to go back working. So it has been very stressful time, because even I just went to the office during the morning. I had to work also in the afternoon at home, and also raising the children, you know.
And you just gave birth. I mean, just a completely new thing happened in your life, and after 2 weeks you had to go back to work. Wow.
Yes, it was crazy. Of course, I wouldn't do it again. I would say no. You know, sometimes it happens that we talk about that in previous episodes, but sometimes it hurts for a person to say no. And in that period of time, I was the only accountant on the company, and I was thinking that I had to take care of all the companies that I was working with,
Mm-hmm.
and I just
You just
say,
felt
okay,
responsible, right?
yes,
For yeah.
I obtained that responsibility so hard that I couldn't, or I was not strong enough to say no. It's time for my baby. I say,
Yes.
okay,
Wow.
I can do it. Why not?
Wow. Wow. But that's so
So
powerful. I mean,
yeah, it has been
after
very
giving birth, yeah, I'm sure
it
it
has been
was.
very stressful because the work that I do is very stressful. Very. So in sometimes I couldn't enjoy my baby, and I was not enjoying the work also. So I was not
Mhm.
enjoying life, you know?
Oh, wow.
Um and also I'm sure that many of the listeners happens that you feel that you are not that you cannot have everything done, the long list, the long to-do
Mm.
list that it has not end, and you get very stressed because you cannot get to the goal, to obtain the things that you
Yeah.
really want to finish. You have a huge list, and when you go to bed, the list is staying the same. Just probably you did one,
Yeah.
and that one, it was not on the list because you forgot to put
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yes. Yes, you do one thing and then you get three other ones, right?
Yes.
I know the
So
feeling.
I know it has been very challenging, and I learn a lot. Um, but I wouldn't do it again, of course.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I absolutely admire you because, after giving birth, 2 weeks later, I still I still couldn't figure out which was my right hand and which was my left hand. I was, all the hormones, all the everything was just so new. I mean, having a new you just give birth to start with. So your
Mm-hmm.
body really needs time to recover. And then, it's just such an experience having a newborn in your house. It's like everything changes. Your focus, your priorities, your life changes. And on top of that, you just went back to work. It's like, wow, you totally,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it was hard. I don't. The good thing is I don't remember now as hard as it
Mm,
was. It's like I think my mind just want to forget that.
yes. Yeah, but the human mind is like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be giving birth to kids.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because sometimes it can be really hard to get birth.
Yeah, I still remember that when uh, I was giving birth to Lily, and it was a very very long process. I was there for 16 hours, and yeah,
Wow.
and it was very painful. She didn't want to. She was not ready to be born,
Mm-hmm.
and but I was induced, and then in the end they had to use forceps. When I pushed her, she went back. When I stopped pushing, she just went back up where she started. So she definitely didn't want to be born, but the process was started, and I had to give birth because
Wow.
I was almost at 42 weeks. But what I was going to say is that when they were pushing me into to the operating room, and they asked me, "Is it your first kid?" And I said, "Yes, and the last one."
Oh my goodness.
And then less than 3 years later, I gave birth again. So human mind is great because you forget the pain and you
Yes,
forget
that's
the
right. Yes,
yeah the
that's right. Yeah.
sufferings.
Yes, I remember when I went to the hospital. Um, I was those kind of girls that I need to yell, just yelling,
Hmm.
screaming.
Scream, yeah. Yeah,
Screaming, yeah.
yes.
When I have the contraction, I scream like a wolf, you know.
It's
And
the
the
same.
nurse, he was telling me, "Silence, silence! You're going to scare everybody." I don't care. I
I know the
don't care.
feeling. I did the same with
Wow.
Lily. Yeah. Yeah, but then you just forget, you forget
Yes,
the
you
pain, and then
forget.
you just keep going, and that's what you did with when you had to go back to work. But the good thing is that, yeah, motherhood and parenting in general, it is very challenging, and you do learn so many things, and I think it's one of the best opportunities for self empowerment and self development, because if you are conscious about parenting and if you're conscious about the whole process, you can apply so many lessons and you can learn so many things about yourself and about life in general. And that's what is happening to me as well. It's like, I have been a mom for 5.5 years, but it's just mind-blowing how much you learn about yourself, about your strength.
Yes, your strength is is wonderful. What you see of what you can do,
Mm,
the limit you put in so many times on limits,
yes.
that you get impressed of yourself. And
Yes,
also
absolutely.
is I got surprised of how how you can love,
Oh, yes.
the love
Yes.
of your baby. When I get out of the hospital, I was crying of happiness. You
Hmm.
know, it's
Yes, it is amazing.
it's amazing. Yeah, that
It
love
is.
is just you are involved with love.
Yeah, it's just something that, yeah, yeah. And, you would think that I was afraid after giving birth of Lily, and I was already pregnant with Aina. I was a little bit like scared, like, because I had so much love for Lily, and I was scared, like, how am I going to share that with another baby? And
Hmm.
it just exponentially grows. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And, it can be an absolutely magical time, even though it's very, very, very demanding. But um, you do have to set your limits, and you do have to set your boundaries. And that was one of the things that I had to learn uh, in motherhood.
Hmm.
That sometimes I just have to say no. I had to learn to say no, and I had to learn to communicate clearly my feelings, what is okay for me, what is not okay for me. And I think it's especially difficult when you have to communicate these boundaries with family or loved ones, because you don't want to create like an atmosphere of that is uncomfortable, or you don't want
Hmm.
to offend them. But what happened to me many times is that I wouldn't say anything because I didn't want to offend them. But then it was eating me up, because I was constantly thinking about, like, I don't like it this way. I don't want it this way.
Hmm.
I
But
should
you
be.
do it
I
that
should say
way.
some. Yeah, exactly. I should say something about it, but I would just, eating my tongue, and I wouldn't say anything, and I
Yeah.
had to and the other problem was that by the time I got to the point that I have to say something about it, it was too late, because it would just explode from me, and it would come out in a wrong way, you know because you are so nervous and you are so upset about it, that by the time you can't communicate
Hmm. Yeah.
from a place of love and respect.
Yes, that's right. It's something that you need to learn, and you don't need to feel guilty of saying what you really want to say.
Mm,
Um, there is a way to say it with love and with respect, and it is not necessary to offend anybody.
no.
Um, but yeah, that's really important. I'm really anxious to hear those lessons and all those things that you learned.
Yeah, this was one of that, this setting boundaries, and communicating clearly what you want and what you need. also, I think now that we are talking about clear communication, is being able to ask for help and say it out, that first of all, realize that you can't do everything, and you need help. I mean, raising a kid it's a job for three. It's not only for two. It's like you need at least 3 person there, and actually that's the one of the lessons as well. It's the power of the community. That in the like our grandparents, they were raising the kids together. Grandparents, parents, at least 2 generations were living together. So it was so much easier for them to raise kids. And nowadays we just have this unrealistic expectation that one person should be able to do everything, and it's just impossible. It's the way for burnout.
Yes, that's right. I feel the same way. And yes, I remember, like I told on the beginning, that to-do list was killing me, and the worst thing, it was that sometimes it went through my mind, Marta, probably you need help. And I was answering that question, no, I can do it myself. I don't know why you feel like, I don't know how to say in English, like
that your value is less just because you ask for help.
Yes, exactly. That's the word. Yeah. I don't know why is that feeling.
I don't know. Yes, I don't know why, but I'm in the same shoes, and it's something that I'm realizing in the past couple of years, that I need help. I can't do everything on my own. And I'm lucky enough that I have a partner, the father of my kids, who is really putting himself there, and he's helping a lot, and he's doing as much as he can. But we are in this unfortunate situation where during the week he's out basically all day. He leaves the house 7:15, and he comes back 7:15. So he says good morning to the kids and then says good night, and I have to do everything during the week. When he comes home in the evening, he does help, like, I don't know, putting on the washing or cleaning up in the kitchen. But, we are limited.
Yes,
so
exactly.
We do have to realize that we can't do everything. It's like nowadays, when you have a job, I don't know why here in Spain, it's like when you have a job, you are spending the entire day out. Back in Hungary, they leave work at 4 or the latest at 5, and you still have the afternoon and the evening to be able to be with your kids.
Yeah, here everything is like too late, everything.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because then you get home late, you have dinner late, kids go to bed late.
Yeah,
like I see kids going to bed or being up at 10, 11 at night. I'm like, they are walking out on the streets. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, you know what is sometimes, you need to get used to it, to the social the
social life here is very different, right?
Yeah, so for example, my children, my boy of 12 years old, he plays soccer, and he's a goalkeeper, and he has training 3 times per day. And on for example, Monday, he finished at 9:00 p.m. 9:00. And the good thing is that he has dinner before, at 6 he has dinner. So he comes home 9:30, take a shower, have something like some milk.
Just munching on something. Just have something to
eat.
And
go to bed, but he doesn't go to bed before 10, of course,
Wow.
And next day, he needs to be at school at 8:00 in the morning. So we wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Every single day.
Yeah, that's something that I don't really understand in the school system here. It's just little bit, it's not very
It is not
favorable
the
for the
school.
kids.
In this case, it's not the school. It would be the training. It is too late, the
Yeah.
training. Because I
Yes.
think school,
Yeah, that's true.
because he finished at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so he has all the afternoon free.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why do they have? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, and I
he
see that
goes
quite
to
a
high
lot.
school. He go to high school. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do see that a lot, that they have trainings quite late, and
Yes, so that's the
I don't think
problem.
it's not good. Yeah.
It could have the training
Yeah.
earlier, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let's keep moving, right?
Yes, keep moving.
So one of the other things that really impacted me, and I had to learn through the hard way, is that self-care is sacred. You have to take time for yourself. I got to the point where I got burnout during my second pregnancy. And I got to the point where I mentioned this in previous episodes, that I got to the point where I just wasn't interested in anything. I was exhausted all the time. I stopped socializing. It was a burnout, and I had to realize that it was thanks to the training that I had to realize that I totally forgot to take care of myself, because you think that I don't have time for that. The house is a complete mess. I have to cook. I have to put on the laundry. I have to do this and that and that and that. I don't have time for myself. But then it can really backfire.
Yes, it's very common when you are a mother, become a mother, is to feel overwhelmed and to put yourself on the last place. It's very common. But what we really want to share with all of you is that you don't need big moments to take care of yourself. You
True.
can use when the baby is taking a nap, take a rest, sit down, stop, stop. Don't do
Just stop.
anything
Yes.
else. It doesn't matter if the house is like a bomb explodes. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Because if you clean the house, for example, and when the babies wake up, you're going to be so tired that you don't want to be with him or with her.
No,
Because
you will be impatient and you will be nervous, and you can't be truly with your, that's it. Yeah, you have to care for yourself to be able to care for the others. And that is the biggest, I think that is one of the biggest lessons I had to learn with motherhood, that if I take time for myself, it doesn't mean that I'm selfish or that I'm ignoring everything else. And what I also had to learn is that I had to be super creative about how I find time for myself. Because in the beginning, when the kids are very young, it's very difficult to find time for yourself, because they just don't want to leave you. So they are constantly hanging on you. And it happened especially with Aina, that she was still like 2 years old, and she would just scream her head off when I wanted to leave for 5 minutes. And it is very challenging to get over this. And so what I was doing is that, for example, when because we have a dog as well, and with kids, you have to go for a walk as well. So what I used to do when she was very, very young is that I would use one of her nap times, go for a walk when I knew that she was going to sleep. I would go to the park with the dog, and then while she was sleeping, I would just sit down on the bench and sunbathe, or just breathe, or just be on my own and listen to the silence. And that was my self-care. And
yes,
this is not
good.
an activity that someone would consider like this is self-care, because when you talk about self-care, everyone thinks about, I go to the hairdresser, I go for a massage, I go to the spa, or whatever. They are great when you have time for it.
Yeah,
And when
if
you
you
have
can
the
do it,
opportunity.
great. But
Yes.
if not, then you will need, like you said, Eva, you need to be creative to include your self-care into your daily routine.
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes I remember that sometimes my self-care was when I put the kids to sleep, I would make them sleep. Then I would just sit up in the bed and I would do a couple of yoga exercises in the bed and breathing. And that was my self-care routine, because I couldn't leave the room, because as soon as I would leave, for sure in 10 minutes, one of them would wake up.
Yeah.
They were horrible sleepers. Yes,
Oof.
absolutely. They totally sucked my energy out.
Yes.
Love them
Yes,
to
I
bits, but
understand.
yeah,
I understand.
it is
Yeah.
very challenging. Very challenging. Yeah,
But
and you just have to, and that's the last lesson that I really would like to share with our listeners, is that you just have to embrace that perfection does not exist. No,
exactly. Exactly.
it's like
That's very good what you just
just
said.
accept good enough and be and embrace that that's all I can do. It's good enough. It's not perfect. I did what I could, and just let go of perfection, because it's not helping you.
No, it's not helping you at all. And what we really want to share with all of you, it is not the quantity, it is the quality of the time you're spending with your baby.
Mm-hmm.
When you are with him, be with him, be conscious, be
Mm-hmm.
present, enjoy, because life goes very fast, and you cannot go back then. And the house, you always will have time to clean the house, always, you don't need to have so much pressure on it.
Yes.
But time doesn't go back. So
No.
try
Yes.
as much as you can to be present, to enjoy, to be with you, also to connect with you, to talk with your partner, with your husband, with your boyfriend, communication, share
Okay.
activities, share what you really, what is happening to you, because when you just get a birth, like you said, Eva, the hormones are sometimes, and you need to share that. Don't keep it, because it will be
Yeah.
worse.
Yes. It will
Speak
eat you
with
up.
your
Yes.
husband, with your friend, with your mother. Just speak and share what is happening to you. I'm sure all those things, it will help a lot. You
Yes.
can
Yes.
you can
Communication is
also,
clear.
if you can, have a health coach also.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I think these are lessons that, they are useful not only when you are a parent, but also in everyday life, just to make your life easier, and to make your life more complete.
Yes, exactly. It is challenging, but it's so powerful. You learn so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, just be open to learn, and be open to make mistakes. Don't
Hmm.
stress out about it, because that is something that happened to me as well. Like, everything has to be this way, and if it's going a different way, then it's not going to be good. And when I made something was not working out the way I wanted to, I would just get nervous about it, and just be flexible about it, and accept that things are not going then as you planned. Things
Hmm.
will never go like you want. Well, things are never going to go like you planned with kids, because there is always something that is coming up, something unexpected, something that you couldn't see.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, just embrace the chaos. it's it's beautiful, and it's a great teacher.
Yes, you're not going to get bored at all.
No, that's for sure not. No. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I think we have shared what we really wanted to share in today's episode. I hope our listeners are finding it useful. If there is anything that you would like to share with us or with the community, just please feel free to jump up on social media or share it in the comment section in Spotify as well. You can do that.
Yeah, we would love to read some comments, or what are the things that works for you, and
what's your
just,
experience? Yeah.
yes, exactly. And share with us. We would love to hear about
yes,
you.
Absolutely. Well, Marta, it was an absolute pleasure again to have you here.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure
share
also
a little bit
to me.
And hope to see and connect with everyone next week as well.
Yeah, well, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, take care till then.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap for another empowering episode of In Harmony with Vitality, where we encourage you to empower your journey, embrace your vitality, and unleash the potential within.
If you have any question, topics you would like to cover, or if you want to share your own journey, feel free to connect with us on social media. We love hearing from our community. You can find all links in the show notes.
Remember, this podcast is all about embracing your uniqueness and making choices that align with your inner wisdom. Your journey to a healthier and happier life is yours to shape.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you heard, leave us a review. Your feedback means the world to us, and it helps others discover the podcast.
As we sign off, always remember, life is an incredible journey, and you hold the power to make it extraordinary. Tune in next time as we continue our quest for harmony and vitality.
Until then, take good care of yourself, honor your uniqueness, and stay in harmony with vitality.